life of an influencer. And today my guest is fitness influencer Silvie. Can you please shortly introduce yourself?
I'm Silvie. I do Instagram and I own a gym. I'm a fitness trainer and my Instagram is fitness related content.
So first question to you, like, do you use Photoshop or not?
Yes, I use Photoshop, but I try not to use it
And
too
did you
much.
use Photoshop since living in California or since you came to Japan?
I think I use it more now when I moved to
Is
Japan.
Photoshop in America popular?
Yes, but I think it's really different compared to Japanese Photoshop. I think in America, people they make their skin really smooth, and if you're young, you make yourself look older, and if you're old, you make yourself look younger.
What's the main reason for you to use filters in Photoshop in Japan?
I think the main reason I use it on thumbnails to get more attention. Like people, if your face is standing out, people will click it, even if it doesn't look natural. Like the point is to get people to look at you. Like that's why I dye my hair blonde, because when your eyes look at color, the first thing they see is yellow. So like the Simpsons, the reason why they're yellow is because it draws your eyes to them. So I don't really like having blonde hair. It's just like the easiest way for people to like click on your videos. I think that's why so many Japanese influencers they bleach their hair blonde.
I see. Even if it doesn't suit them, right?
Yeah.
So you would like to continue like dyeing your hair for new followers.
Yeah.
That's interesting about it. Japanese girls photoshopping their face, like you can see on the screen.
I think it looks really fake and it looks scary. I don't I don't think anyone believes that it looks natural.
But like for some reason, people really want to see such picture, and people like it a lot.
I think it just shows how scary the beauty standards in Japan are, that people think it's pretty because it really doesn't look like a human face.
What would be advice for them?
I think if you want people to like you have to be real. Like you have to be yourself. So being yourself means to accept yourself even if you're not the most beautiful or if you're not the most young. Like you have to just be yourself. And I think that works better than photoshopping yourself
Which would
a
you
lot.
choose, to make people click on your face or to make people like you?
I think the better result is to have fans. So I want people to like me. So there needs to be a balance between the both. You can't just go one way all the way because then you can't get followers. Like you, yeah.
But how can you learn good Photoshop in your face, and how did you learn?
I just so in videos there's like the way to Photoshop, and I just put like the tiny amount,
Oh,
like just
okay.
tiny, like 10% of everything, and I just leave it like that. Like I don't change the shape of my face. I just like highlight some things or add makeup to things to make it more like
But do
vivid.
you follow such girls who Photoshop like the way we saw on the picture?
No, I think the girls that I follow don't Photoshop. Maybe if they do, then it's very small. But like no one is natural online. Like if you don't Photoshop your pictures, then you probably had a lot of plastic surgery.
Oh.
So like I think like there's no way to like be perfect. I think you just have to accept that there's different levels.
Do you want
Yeah.
to collaborate with such girls?
Who use a lot of Photoshop?
Yeah.
No, I think that they have insecurities, and then also I would feel weird if we take a picture together and their face is really Photoshop, but I'm not. It's weird. Or if they Photoshop me too, I would feel really bad.
But are you positive or negative about Photoshop?
I think more negative because there's no positives about Photoshopping. It's something that I have to do because I have to compete with everyone else who's online, and everyone else does it, so I have to do it a little.
Do you have experience to collaborate with such girls who Photoshop a lot?
No, they're usually like not normal. Like I've met girls who Photoshop like crazy. They Photoshop like every picture they look like a different person, and I felt like they have a really like negative opinion about themselves and about everyone around them. So I try to stay away from people who do that a lot.
I mean, like I had like one experience to collaborate with Japanese influencer, who of course she used Photoshop. It's like super weird because I cannot post any picture like, just let's take a photo and I just post on story. She's like, oh, wait for me, I will Photoshop my face. If I want to if you want, I can Photoshop yours. Or she sent me a picture, like I Photoshopped my face and yours too, but I didn't want my face to be a Photoshop. So we already used filter and my face looks like that. I'm like, what? I don't want to post this anymore, but she think it's beautiful. So I just don't get their image of what's beautiful and what's not.
Yeah, I think it's really distorted. Like it's kind of like body dysmorphia. People who have anorexia don't think they're skinny. Like they see themselves as fat. So I think people who use Photoshop a lot probably have the same kind of problem. Like they don't realize how much is too much. They do it so much that it doesn't look human anymore.
So I think it's kind of problem.
Yeah.
Social problem.
Yeah.
Okay, new social problem account. How about Photoshop in America? What do you think about the pictures that Photoshop there?
I know a lot of women online, they Photoshop themselves to look really young. So there's a lot of influencers who are in their 40s, but they're making themselves look like they're teenagers. That's wrong, but their followers, their fans are mostly all men. So in that point, I don't think it's a big problem. But I think when it's girls who are watching if I'm a young girl, if I'm a teenage girl and I'm following this girl, and I think even if I know it's photoshopped, my brain doesn't understand, I'm comparing myself to someone that is not real. So I'm gonna feel really bad about myself, and I think that's really bad for girls' development.
And before asking your opinion about next stories, I would like to remind you to follow Silvie if you're interested in fitness content, because she shares a lot of tips on her Instagram and YouTube channel. And please DM me if you would like to join my next online course or join private consultation. Okay, so there is a story on Instagram that one girl changed Photoshop her face so it looks different every day. What would you advise to this girl? To change her face and get a lot of followers and make people click on her profile, or to keep natural but lose some of her followers?
I think it depends on her demographic. If her followers are men, then I think she should keep photoshopping herself.
Oh my god.
But if her followers are girls, I think she should stop. Because girls like genuine. They like things that are real. So we don't like being lied to. I think guys are used to girls lying to them.
And you have client. You did a photo shoot for her, edited the picture and sent to her. But she used a lot of filters and other Photoshop and posted it after that. Would you be upset, and what are your actions?
I think if she photoshops it, then I would ask her to remove my I don't want anything to do with it anymore, because it's not my image anymore. But I wouldn't try to stop them, because when it's given to them and it's something that they want, I'm doing something for them, I want them to be happy. So I'm not gonna tell them don't Photoshop this. If it's theirs, they bought it, right? They paid for the picture.
Will you continue to work with her?
No.
Okay. But if she pays a lot?
No.
Wow.
Because you have to care about your reputation too.
Yes. Let's do the last question. So imagine you're a celebrity. So of course you have a lot of paparazzi who are taking picture of you. Would you be worried about paparazzi posting your pictures without Photoshop?
No, I wouldn't be worried, because I know that the pictures, if they're bad, they'll get a lot of attention. And if they're good, they also, they're not going to get as much attention, I think, if it's something really controversial, oh, she has fat rolls or something. I think it'll help me get more popular, and if I'm not ashamed of it, I think people will have a positive opinion about it. I think the only people that get angry or grossed out are usually men. The negative comments about women's bodies are usually from men, so I think I don't have a really bad image.
I see. Also, maybe you heard about Taylor Swift's story. So one paparazzi posted her picture on the internet where she had her stomach is not flat. So after seeing this picture, she started diet, and maybe if you are fan of her, she was super skinny at some time. I watched her movie, so she tells about this whole situation, and finally, of course, she said like I couldn't stay on the stage because I didn't have enough energy anymore. Like I needed food and I didn't eat. And after that, of course, she got like to normal shape. So after hearing her story, I was just wondering like, you know, people first take picture without her allowance, just like on the street because she's celebrity. And second, she feel bad about those pictures and about herself afterwards. Do you have any comment or to give advice to someone?
I think that if you feel bad about the way you look in pictures, then you probably are looking at yourself through filtered photos all the time, so you don't know what you really look like. So maybe the problem is the Photoshop, not how you really look. I think if you stop using it and you just take the natural pictures, you'll get used to the way you look and you won't care as much. I don't think it's good to use it long term. I think it changes the way you see yourself. If I just take pictures of myself that are photoshopped and I keep posting them and that's all I see, like my reflection is all photoshopped, then I'm not gonna know how I really look like. So it's not good, I think.
Anyways, thank you so much for sharing today your opinions and about like difference between Japan and United States. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. See you next time. Bye bye.